Hello everyone, this is Gitika Chawla from USPC Jain Public School, and today we'll start question number 1 of exercise 7.1 of chapter 7, congruency of triangles of class 7th. So here in question number 1, complete the following statements. The statement is, two line segments are congruent if they have the same length. See here what is asking here. If two line segments are congruent, then what we want? We want that the line segments must be of same length. So the answer is they have the same length. Then here second one, among two congruent angles, one has a measure of 70 degree, then the measure of the other angle will be 70 degree. Just remember one thing, that when you are going to measure any two angles and we want to make them congruent, so just remember one thing, both angle must be of same measurement. Mean to say here, so among two congruent angles, one has the measure of 70 degree, the measure of the other angle is 70 degree. So same here, the C part, when we write angle A is equals to angle B, we actually means here we are writing about their measurements. M is representing the measurement, means what is the degree of that angle. So that means we actually means measurement of angle A is equals to measurement of angle B here. So in this way you can write the answers of these statements and you can complete the statements here. Then same here, question number 2, give any two real life examples for congruent shapes. Mean to say here, now from our daily life we have to take examples which shows the congruency. So see here, I have taken here pages of a book. Mean to say here, you can take any book and you can check their pages. Those the pages of the book are of same length, same size. So the pages of a book you can take, even two same mobile phones you can take, both mobiles of same brand must be there. So two same mobile phones you can take, even two footballs of same size, or even biscuits of same packet you can take, even you can take same currency rupees notes. So these are the life examples, real life examples which you can take, even you can take from your side also. Fine. So let's move to the next sum. Question number 3. See, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED, under the correspondence ABC is congruent to FED, then write all the corresponding congruent parts of the triangle. Mean to say here it is already given that both the triangle ABC and which one FED, both triangles are already congruent, and we have to write their corresponding parts which are congruent to each other. So let's start it now. First we'll write here these two triangles are given. The triangle is ABC, mean to say this triangle is moving like this. Fine. We'll move A to B, then B to C, then C to A. Then other one is FED. It means we'll move here to this, then to this side, then to this side. We'll move in this way. We will always move according to the given triangles. Fine. And we'll write the corresponding parts which are congruent to each other. So according to these two diagrams, these two triangles, we will say that A is here, the first one angle is A, and it will be congruent to whom? As here first one is A and here is F. So A will be congruent to F. So right here angle A is congruent to angle F. Then same here, after A we'll take here B, on the other number C, and the second number there is B, and here it is E. So we'll move from A to B, and here from F to E. So here the other one angle is B, and angle B is congruent to angle E here. Then same here, the next one angle is C here, and here the next one angle is D. So same here, we can take here angle A is congruent to angle F, angle B is congruent to angle E, and angle C is congruent to angle D here. And also we can write about the sides. See here again, as we're going to move from A to B, then B to C, then C to A, and here we will move from F to E, E to D, then D to F. So it means to say here AB will be congruent to whom? AB will be congruent to FE. Will move in this way as it is given in the question here. Then other one is BC side. So BC is equals to whom? BC is equals to or congruent to ED. Then same here AC will move to AC. This one is AC. AC will be to whom? It will be congruent to here DF or FD you can write. So in this way we can write the corresponding parts of congruent triangle, that which one part is congruent to whom. And the next one, question number 4 is, if triangle DEF, this one triangle DEF is congruent to triangle BCA. BCA. See how it is moving? DEF, D to E, E to F, then F to D here again. And then here it is, other one is BCA, means B to C, then C to A, then A to B will move here. Write the parts of triangle BCA, mean to see here this one BCA, that corresponds to angle E. Now according to this we can see here angle E is written at the center and here C is at the center. So it means to say here this one angle E is equals to this one angle C. So right here both these angles are congruent to each other. And then other one is EF. So EF side is there. According to this EF side, see this is second and third, this one letter E and F. This EF shows that it will be equals to CA. It means to see here this EF is equals to here CA. Then other one is angle F. And according to this angle F, this one angle F is here, and here on the third one it is A here. So angle F is equals to angle A. And here the last one is DF. DF is here, this one DF. So here what is equals to? It will be equals to AB or BA. So in this way, from even the given triangles names, you can guess that which will be equals to whom. So in this way, you can write their corresponding parts of these sums.